What's going on, YouTube? Paul Piper back here with you, and today is a beautiful Saturday, and I am at my property. I'm having a fire, and it's just a beautiful spring day here in southern Michigan. Some of the bugs are starting to get out though, so for you folks that live in North America, Northern Hemisphere, get ready. It's going to be a bad one this summer in a lot of parts, I think, with mosquitoes and ticks and everything. So anyway, I mentioned this in my last plug loose leaf chewing tobacco or plug chewing tobacco review, Redman plug, and I said that I hadn't been able to find it in Michigan, and that's still the case. But I went to Ohio for Easter, and I actually went into one of the tobacco shops in that area that I grew up, and of course they had it. And for those of you who are looking for a plug chewing tobacco to try, I know I just got messaged the other day by Alan. He asked me which one he should try, and you know, give the different types of smokeless tobacco a go and see which one appeals to you. I've been dipping a little bit more here recently and just trying to explore some of the different products on the market when it comes to moist snuff or dip, and trying to define which one I really like the best. So I'll probably do some videos about that. Copenhagen, I think, is the creme de la creme when it comes to dip manufacturers. And then if you're looking for a plug to try, you can't go wrong with Redman plug or Levi Garrett plug. Some of the other older brands, but that have kind of fallen out of favor, I guess, in the last 40 years, 50 years, whatever, would be Cannonball, Days of Work, Brown's Mule, brands like that, Cup, Apple, which I've never had. I do want to try though. But try the plug. Pick yourself out a dip. Loose leaf, you've got Redman as the traditional raisin flavored. It's kind of the standard bearer for that type. Levi Garrett, sweeter, a little bit drier, kind of a vanilla undertone. That's kind of on that side of things with the sweeter and drier brands. And then you've got the peach. Star Peach is awesome. I love it. It's got a great flavor. It's economical. It's good. So you got the kind of the peach and some of those other like flavored chews. You got wintergreen with beech nut, which I don't really care for, and Stoker's makes some different flavors, but I never really got in it. Stoker's is good. I mean, they've got good flavor to them, but they're like, I think, 100% foreign tobacco, and that just kind of puts me off. So, and then the other type that you can try is dry snuff or nasal snuff. Some people dip that. It's not very good, in my opinion, to dip it, but to each his own. So anyway, let's go ahead and get on with the review of Redman plug. And if you see it, pick it up. Alright, so we've got the good old Plains Indian there. It says Redman plug chewing tobacco. Net weight 2 ounces. America's best chew. One cut. And on the bottom, I know you all can never see this, or at least read it very well, but Redman plug, at least 67% domestic grown tobacco. Pinkerton Tobacco Company, Owensboro, Kentucky. All right, so let's go ahead and put a cheek in. If you're at home, join me here. Now, this does not have the resealable. It's got the foil pouch, but it is not resealable. But at least it's a better package than you get with Cannonball or Days of Work or any of those other brands. They are literally, I mean, you open them up and you're throwing away that little chintzy wrapper that they give you because it tears inevitably, and you can't seal it up. At least this you can fold over. You know, if you take a bite off of it, you can fold it over, and it's going to help preserve it for at least a little while. Same goes for the Levi Garrett plug. It comes in the same foil wrapper that you can fold over. Alright, so let's get a look at this. It's kind of sticky. Very sticky. Very sticky. Which is good. It means it's got some moisture to it. Now it's got this composite leaf wrapper. And Darcy over at Mud Jug just did a review this week of Days of Work. And I think he said he had plug before, but it's been a long time. He actually took this composite wrapper off and then chewed it. Now this is tobacco leaf. It's just ground down and they bond it with some type of adhesive. So yeah, is that probably good for you? No, it's the same process that they use in machine cigars, like Swisher Sweets, that sort of thing. But when you're chewing on it, you know, if you don't mind the flavor, just chew it with it. If it bothers you and it tastes chemically or something like that, then maybe you take it off. I always chew it, leave it on just for some added volume and grit. So, cheers. This is nice and moist, man. I mean, it was so sticky on the outside, it's almost as if it was covered in honey. Yes, sir. If I could get Redman plug around here, I'd buy it regularly. I mean, as far as the actual flavor, it's a little bit different from Redman Original loose leaf chew. It's not quite as raisiny as Redman loose leaf, but it shares enough of the flavor that it's really, really enjoyable. Yeah, I really like this plug. And all plug is going to give you a really dark spit, but it's not going to be overly thick. So it's just a little bit different consistency than loose leaf. And when I walked in here today, I'm way in the back of my property along the river, and I was walking down the trail, and last weekend That was all flooded. It's all receded, and it's actually fairly decent back here. But I was walking down the trail, and I get about, 50 yards away from where I'm sitting now, and I hear all this ruckus, all this rustling of the leaves, and I hear this growling, and I thought it was a coyote that had tried to latch onto a beaver or something, because I came here last weekend and there are two really big beavers, I mean huge beavers, and I'm not talking about Hillary Clinton, and they're building a lodge, a little bit of a dam over on the other side of the riverbank. And this one was, I mean, he was huge, really cool to watch swim around. But anyway, when I was coming in, I heard this, and I said, oh man, there's a coyote. So I didn't have my gun with me. I grabbed my hatchet, and I have a big East Wing hatchet, and I have my walking stick. So I went over there, and I wanted to see what the hell it was. And I didn't see anything. I was like, what the hell? I heard rustling over here, all this snarling and growling. I was like, what the hell was that? So then I hear it again, but I don't see him. I'm like, what? So I looked up, and here are 3 coons up in the top of this dead tree. And they're still over there. They're just hanging up at the top. And I think they heard me coming, and they all ran up the tree at the same time, and they were fighting for position, for protection within the tree. So I took some pictures. I mean, coons serve a purpose. They do a lot of damage to not only agricultural crops and animals like chickens and ducks and things like that, but I'm a big advocate and appreciator of turtles and amphibians and reptiles of different types. 2 ducks just flew into the swamp over there. There's a bunch of them out here too today. Tons of them. I rustled a bunch of them up. But anyway, the turtles will come up, and turtles will lay their eggs in a sunny area. They got to make sure that it's fairly dry, but they want sun, and the temperature will help dictate the sex of the turtle hatchling. And a lot of them then go alongside the roadside and the embankments and even up where the gravel is, and they'll lay their eggs there. And they can't really, a lot of that's real hard, and they can't dig down very deep. So then, oh, they're coming down. Let's go see if we can see them. Oh, there he goes. He's going back up. There he goes. They're trying to make a run for it. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah, probably not. But anyway. Keeping them hostage. But a lot of your coons and possums and things like that, they do a lot of damage to the turtle nests. A lot of damage. And you walk along that embankment. Oh, come on. Walk along that embankment, and after they've laid their nest, and you'll see them all dug up and eaten. And that's the culprit back there. The coons and the possums. And coons are pretty adept at killing adult turtles too. So when they come up to lay their eggs, they'll follow them and they'll slit them from behind and stick their hands in and pull out the guts and stuff, and just leave the rest. So they do a lot of damage. So I'm not really a big coon fan, but they serve their purpose in the ecosystem. They help spread seeds and, you know, different things, I guess. But anyway, just a great day. I got a fire over there. Let's walk over to the river. There's my fire. It's kind of gone out a little bit. It's pretty low. I'll have to put some more logs on the fire. There's the mighty pawpaw behind me. Like I said, it flooded pretty significantly the last couple weeks, but it's gone down a lot. As you can see, spring is in full go. We got a lot of wildflowers out here. Really beautiful marsh marigold back along the stream bank. You got these leeks and different things. I didn't see any morel mushrooms, but it was pretty cold here the last couple days, and they wanted, I think, evening temperatures above 50 degrees, I think, in order to maximize their numbers. So anyway, give my final thoughts on Redman Plug. It's a good chew. Pick yourself up some. When it comes to plugs, it's easily number 1 or number 2. I think you'll really like it. And try plug. Try something different. You know, everybody dips. A lot fewer people chew loose leaf, and even fewer chew plug. So give it a try. You won't regret it. And if the good Lord's willing and the creek don't rise, I'll see you next time. It's been Paul Piper. Take care.